Welcome to a little mini episode of Post Film Clarity. I'm Marquita.
I'm Lindsay.
And thank you to Andrew from Revisionist Almanac for giving us this opportunity to be heard and seen during Women's History Month. We really appreciate it.
So we have a little prompt, or I guess I have a little prompt. This podcast really is about me and Marquita's love of movies and bonding over them. And I guess kind of like the vibe that we've created from it. And my prompt is, what film or TV show do we see that most represented in?
I love this question. Lindsay sprung this on me first thing this morning as like a day of kind of thought exercise, and I thought this was such a funny question, and it really forced me to think about how we see ourselves and how we see each other. Some ones that came to me right away were mostly TV, but I thought of you as Orla and me as Michelle from Dairy Girls.
I actually haven't seen a lot of Dairy Girls.
Oh my God, you are so Orla. That bitch is weird as fuck. She's always off in her own world when they're like going through some serious shit, and like Orla's over there like playing with a paperclip or something, and it's like, bitch, focus. They never exclude her from anything. Orla is like their main bitch, you know. She's such a part. Let me take that again. I'm saying bitch too much. Happy Women's History Month, bitches. Oh God.
Anyways, bitch.
We're feminists, we promise. I also thought of Alana and Abby from Broad City.
Yes.
Abby is so fucking funny, and I love that
Abby is so funny.
She's so shy and like peaceful, and she really tries not to ever like stir the pot or get too wild. She's that quiet kind of funny, and I think that's why she reminds me of you.
In that sexy ass blue dress.
Oh my God, that dress. Yes, that blue
dress.
Slay. We should have known back then that she was for the girls. So I also had Wednesday and Enid from the TV show Wednesday. Me being Wednesday, of course, you being a much more lighthearted, cutesy, like friendly type of person.
Once you talk to me.
Yeah.
Because before that, it's just nothing. It's just monotoned, won't make eye contact, just nothing.
Stop. Oh God, you're being weird in front of company. Stop it. There's not a lot of our type of dynamic happening in movies, and if it is, they're all white. They're all white. It was so exhausting. The only one I could come up with that was like a popular female duo friendship in movies that was one black and one white is Cher and Dion from Clueless, which is crazy because that movie came out like 30 years ago. I think that's what makes our podcast so unique, is the fact that I'm in my late 30s, you're in your mid 20s, I'm from New York, you're from North Carolina, I'm black, you're white, and we're still like besties, and we still have such a common language and love of film and television. But I don't see a lot of that in film and television or in podcasts.
Well, here we are.
We are here for you.
If anyone does have any recommendations, please email us.
Oh, absolutely.
If we're just not thinking of, or we haven't seen it.
Yeah, maybe we just haven't seen it. postfilmclaritypod@gmail.com.
That actually gives me so much anxiety thinking about like all of the films that I haven't seen that probably would do so much for me.
Girl, I think of that every day. So what are some of your favorite female-centric films, Lindsay?
So this is actually a recent find for both of us, but my all-time favorite female-centric film is Amelie.
Yes.
Hands down. We saw this in theaters together, and I have been a changed woman ever since. Not a changed woman, but a found woman, a seen woman.
Oh my God, that's such a good way to put it. We both felt, very found and seen by that experience. I walked out of that theater like floating on air. I was like, wow, This is, God, I've never wanted to be in a movie so badly. Yeah, that's a beautiful pick. I love that one. That's a very special shared love of ours. What else you got?
Worst person in the world?
This is a new discovery for me as well. I just saw this for the first time like a month ago. That was an instant 5 stars.
Yeah.
Instant
Yeah,
five
for me
stars.
too.
Jumped to the top of my favorite films of 2021. Cannot believe I missed it. Oh my God, I love complex women. I love a messy woman. Why do you love this movie?
I really like how honestly chaotic her behavior is, but she's still so lovable.
Mm-hmm.
And not that her actions are maybe justified, but
They're
that
mostly not.
they just make so much sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all have either been a Julie or know a Julie. But you know what I did notice about Worst Person in the World? Julie has no female friends that whole movie.
Oh, oh
Think about it.
man.
Think about it. And I think that's part of why she was acting the way she was acting.
Truly,
She has no girlfriends. I was like, that's
no,
why you act like that.
having no girlfriends in your life gives you so much anxiety
Yeah.
and you just spiral.
Oh, it's not having girlfriends. I can't imagine. It's the worst thing you can wish on a person. What else is on your list for female-centered films?
Jennifer's Body.
Fuck yeah. You showed this to me for the
I
first time. This is like queer
I
girl canon.
did.
You did?
Yes. Oh my God. So campy.
Yes.
I love Jennifer's Body. I love Megan Fox, honestly.
Megan Fox can do little to no wrong in my book. I think she's severely underrated, and she was just so ahead of her time. She's a millennial icon, honestly. When she came on the scene, I think we're the same age. I was just like, oh yeah, this girl gets it. She is fierce. She's funny. She's got like a dry sense of
I think
humor.
she's extremely and emotionally intelligent.
Yes, she's always on like another level as far as she knows how she's perceived, especially by men, and she
Yeah.
brings that to her acting and to her character work. Yeah, her character on New Girl, she knows that everyone thinks she's coming on that show to just be like the hot bimbo, and she's like, "All right, fine. If that's what you think, here you go." And she knocks it out of the park. She's so funny. I think she's I think she's really underrated. And I
I
loved
think
this
so
movie.
too.
I'm so glad you got to show this one to me for the first time.
I forgot that I showed you that for the first
You
time.
did on a
Oh,
projector. Oh,
yes. Oh my
classy.
God. This is one of my childhood favorites, but Uptown Girls.
Yes. Oh, Brittany Murphy.
Oh,
I love her
Brittany
so
Murphy.
much.
Oh, me and you both mentioning Brittany Murphy.
We did.
Brittany Murphy is like the iconic girl's girl.
Yeah.
I love
I
her so
loved her
much.
from the minute I saw her in Clueless. I was like 7 or 8 years old. I was like, oh my God, I fell in love with her immediately. I wanted to like be her. Yeah, rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. She was another icon of her time, of my time, really.
So, what are your favorite female-centric films?
My childhood favorite female-centered movie was Secret Garden. Have you ever seen this movie?
I think I have actually. I think I saw it with my grandma.
Oh, yeah. I loved this movie growing up. I used to watch it all the time. Mary is another relatable female character for me. I loved Mary. She was so smart, so sassy, and just like a go-getter. More recently, I would go with Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is probably my favorite movie of all time. The Handmaiden, the 2016 movie by Park Chan-wook. But I'm a Cheerleader, which is very iconic, very important 90s gay girl cinema. Sofia Coppola's Virgin Suicides, The Craft, which was like my coming of age. Like, oh my God, I wanted to be these girls so badly when I was like 9 years old or so, and I was going to Catholic school at the time.
All of the girls in there are so beautiful.
Yes. I had a crush on every single one of them. My favorite decade of movies is the 70s. So there's not that many female-led 70s movies that either I've seen or I've loved, but one of them is definitely the original Stepford Wives.
So
Love.
good.
Yeah, I think I showed you that for the first time, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we watched that together last summer, I believe. Stepford Wives is amazing, and it's a good movie that shows like what happens to women when they decide to assimilate into their like expected roles as like wife,
Cookie
mother,
cutter,
cookie
suburban
cutter,
mom.
yeah, perfect like super mom, but like a sci-fi twist on it. Definitely check out the original Stepford Wives.
Oh my God.
And
And the fashion in that movie.
oh, the
Oh my
costumes are
God.
unbelievable. Yeah, they look fucking great in that movie. I remember Lindsay and I literally paused the movie at one point to look up the costume designer.
Yeah, I was definitely inspiring my outfits from that movie afterwards.
100% 70s hot girl fashion, Stepford Wives. Love it. And my last one is sci-fi. It's like my favorite genre, and I wanted a classic, sci-fi action on this list as well that was female led. So I went with Mad Max Fury Road. I think Charlize Theron is one of the best female action stars to ever do it. She's such a badass in this movie. I love Furiosa as a character, and I love what the movie is about. It's about a woman saving other women from their enslavement. Speaking of modern action, I was just thinking of Catherine Bigelow, who directed Point Break, which is one of my favorite.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's such a good one.
Yeah.
I love Point Break.
Fuck yeah. So that was directed by a woman, and most people do not know that.
That movie is so gay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is like a whole subgenre within itself, is movies that dudes think are for them that are actually directed by women, especially queer women, and they're just misreading it.
American Psycho.
American
Another
Psycho.
really good one.
Yep, that is another one. That's got to be one of my favorite genres of like people thinking it's for guys, and I'm like, oh, absolutely not. The subtext be subtexting.
So I love Greta Gerwig. I think my favorite Greta Gerwig film, it's probably Lady Bird.
Hell yeah,
Definitely Lady Bird.
I think that is my favorite as well of hers. I don't know. I'm quite a big Barbie girl though. Shockingly, but I love that movie.
Justine Triet.
Yes.
She did Anatomy of a Fall.
Oh my God, another one of our favorite shared movies. Yes.
Favorites we saw this of 2023.
Yes. I think this was our, number 2 of 2023?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Oh my God. Love, love, love this movie. The first time we saw it, we knew nothing about it, and I did not know it was directed by a woman.
Afterwards, I listened to so much 50 Cent. I was just listening to 50 Cent probably for like 2 weeks after.
PIMP? Wee wee?
One of my favorites of 2024 was Love Lies Bleeding, directed by Rose Glass.
Love her. Loved that movie. Really excited to see more of what she does after that.
Yeah. Yeah, that sent me in my goal to get swole, which I'm still currently on.
Hell yeah. We love to see it. Get them weights. Hit them weights.
And I think possibly my all-time favorite director, based off of one thing, is Maya Erskine.
Ooh, okay. Speak on it.
So in her show, Pen 15, she directed season 2, episode 11, and she dedicated it to her mom, who also plays her mom in the TV show. And that episode is the best thing I've ever seen, I think, truly.
I loved it. It is one of the most beautiful episodes of television I've seen.
It is so beautiful.
I'm so glad you showed me this. Lindsay's mission was to just show me this singular episode of Pen 15 because she wanted me to watch it so badly, and at the time I was too busy. But she was like, let me show you this one episode.
Yeah, I think we had like literally 30 minutes to hang
30
out,
minutes.
and we were like, I know what we're doing. We're watching this episode. And it was beautiful.
Skip ad, skip ad, skip ad. Yeah, it's amazing, and I totally understand why you love it so much. And it made me, just based off of that one episode, fall in love with the show and those characters. And before I watched it, I didn't even know that was her mother, and I still thought it was such a beautiful performance, and that made it so much more special. Yeah, it made me so emotional. Like, dedicating something like that to your mother is so special, and to have her be able to play herself and tell her own story, you almost never see that.
Yeah, I think for me that episode it's so, and this kind of like goes back to Lady Bird as well, but like being a daughter and not really getting to view your mother as an individual, but then once you yourself become an adult and you're like, oh, like my mom is an entire person outside of me.
Yeah, and I never considered what her life was before me, or what she thinks of anything. Yeah, that's such a like kind of soul crushing like awakening when you're like, damn, I wonder what my mom was like when she was a kid. Like, I wonder what music she liked when she was younger. It's just, oh my God, it's so much to consider, and how much we changed our mothers for better and worse.
Anyone who's listening to this who speaks to their mother, please take away. Go ask her what she was like before you.
Yes, do it. Absolutely. And what's the name of that episode?
This is Yuki's episode, season 2, episode 11.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I would also throw a recommendation behind that.
So, Marquita, who are some of your favorite actors, female actors?
Yeah, this was pretty easy for me. I'm obsessed with Nicole Kidman, so if I see her in pretty much anything, I'm almost certainly gonna watch it. Also Kirsten Dunst, I've seen that woman's almost her entire filmography. Tilda Swinton is always a good watch. She is so interesting. Iowa Debris is one of my new favorites. I root for her, everything she does. I love seeing weird Black girl representation.
I second every single person that you're saying.
Hell
right now.
Yeah. I love Halle Berry, Margot Robbie, and Regina King. What about you?
So good. This is an impossible question for me. Once this releases, I'm just going to keep thinking of all the people I didn't mention. But
we have to narrow it down.
I know. Number 1, Saoirse Ronan.
Of course.
I think before I even could like encompass what movies meant to me, she was like someone I was specifically seeking out all of her movies to watch.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
I also am obsessed with Queen Latifah. Lately I'm starting to love Taylor Russell. I think she
is that Zola?
Or no, that is
Bones and All.
Bones and All. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of Taylor Page. That's Zola.
I also love Zola. Zola's a fantastic movie.
Oh, we should have mentioned Zola. Yeah, Zola's a great female-led movie.
We're mentioning it now. I also love Keke Palmer. I think Keke Palmer is extremely underrated, and nobody talks about her enough.
She is a shining light in this industry, and she should be so much more famous. Keke Palmer needs every role in every movie ever. She is severely underrated and underused, I think. We both just saw One of Them Days, which is a great new female-led Black comedy that we both really enjoyed, and Keke was fantastic in it. So I agree with you there. I love anytime she pops up in anything. She's also amazing in Nope.
I think she's one of the most genuine people ever in the industry.
Yeah, and she's an amazing interview. She's like my number one like dream interview is Keke Palmer. I've noticed we both have a lot of very, very, very versatile actresses on our list. Yeah, so that tracks. We like women who can do it all, but who don't have to.
We like
be
women
everything.
With depth.
There we go. That's a much better way to put it. I love a complicated woman. I love multifaceted women.
If we're going to have more female anything, give us more than the white ones.
Yes, please. Like, it's so frustrating and honestly so weird that when you search on Letterboxd, on Google, on IMDb, on whatever, you search up female friendships, and the first like 20, 30 movies you're going to get and TV shows, it's all white women.
Honestly, I searched up female actors and not a single woman of color came up. It was all white
Zero.
people.
I believe it. I believe it. You have to, it's just so tiresome. So long story short, we love women and we want to see more women and more women of color telling stories. And we would also love to connect with more women and more women of color who are female podcasters in this industry. So yeah, make sure to
please email us.
Yeah, please email us. We love emails.
I need to work on my email skills. Please email us.
Send Lindsay some practice emails at...
Send me some practice. Oh my god. It's so true though.
I'm so dead. Send Lindsay some practice correspondence at postfilmclarity@gmail.com. I would also like to point out for accessibility and for the hard of hearing, we do have all of our episodes on YouTube with subtitles as well. So everybody and anybody can listen to or watch our episodes because we are inclusive queens.
Thank you for listening. Please follow us on everything and send us emails. And thank you so much, Andrew. This was a really fun activity.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening, and bye, honeys.